everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse for the Torment. We got the comic collector Styrax, our tiefling elementalist, played by Nerak. Hello, welcome.
Hi!
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 Okay. What happened last time, gang? Who brought the introduction?
I did, so can't
Alright.
do the recap today.
No? Do you want to do it?
Direct, go ahead.
Okay, give me a moment. I'm answering a client right now. Okay, done. Okay, so pretty much I can't remember pretty much what happened last one. Yep. Well, after having lunch in the Blue Water Inn, we discuss. We bring up again the pies and Granny. Always the thing, but we realize that she's actually gone from Balaki, and that he has connections with the orphans, if I'm correct.
She
The
has
church.
seen entering and exiting the church, indeed.
Yeah.
And then we decided to check the rooms to see if there's anything related to ravens or something that connects Danica and the ravens. After finding nothing, Starbucks decided to use detect magic and move around the house, in which we actually detected a source coming from the stables. Going to the stables, we went upstairs on the stables, and we found a lot of ravens near to the source. And as closer as we get, the ravens start just screeching at us. And then we find the famous Blue, and actually thought we were attempting to steal from there. And we actually, after some talk about, this is how it is, we need to find connections between Danica and you. Yeah, we are friends, yada. Trying to make the deal that we want to open the chest, and we will not take anything. We just want to check. I don't know why he trusted us. And so we went downstairs to open, because using knock makes everything burn.
Yeah.
After opening the chest, we find out that it contains some health potions and some magic gloves. That at this point we don't know what they do. We only know that it's transmutation school.
Yep.
Then after that, I think, we actually traded information with the Raven about the undead with the necklace, and in exchange we tell him that the green words were primordial. After that, I think we went to the town to buy some groceries. No, to buy some supplies. We actually stumbled upon different shops, but the first one, which the name was
Light supply shop.
the supply shop.
Yeah, supply shop.
In where Daphne abused to make deals with the shopkeeper.
When you
we
say
ex-
that, you sound like I abuse her or something.
No, you abuse it for good. You give extra money.
Mending and prestidigitation.
Then we moved to, I recall names. I'm so bad at names.
Beast
sorry.
Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Beast Rose. Where Leo attempted to get a 30 gold piece cloak, then realized he doesn't have any money, and also
Anymore.
this anymore. So he actually asked for a simpler cloak, and in the end it was 6 gold, which is still a lot, but meh.
Nice cloak. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean, clothing costs a lot in, these times. It's not as
Yeah.
as today.
And also Sol bought 2 scarves, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we sold 3 of the 6 jewelry we have for 12 gold pieces. Yep. And then we decided to travel to our stockpile.
Yep.
Trying to. What were we doing there? I can't.
Selling the
No.
other 3.
Oh, yeah, selling
I
the
heard
other.
that he might be buying
Oh, yeah.
these things.
And then we sold them for 10 gold pieces. And then we decided to go. Well, it was tea time with the Baron, so we decided to move towards the Baron's mansion. And after reaching it, we decided to split the party, having the 2 tieflings leaving and having Daphne and Leo enter the mansion.
Yep.
Yay! Jump! Okay. And, all the names that I mentioned that I knew, that's why you scroll up always in the session summary, because you got the, the faces and the places and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No
Okay.
worries. Why are you apologizing? It was just a tip.
I'm
Okay.
Canadian. I pay for everything.
Don't become a
New
Bethel.
replacement
Don't
for
become
Neil
a
now.
Bethel.
I'm sorry for everything.
Okay. Okay. So. Put on some nice music. Go over here. So, in the light rainfall of the early afternoon, Leonard and Daphne step up towards the sullen-looking mansion of the Burgomaster. Towering over it is a stone fortress, behind it and to the south. The 2 buildings connected by a small central courtyard that is full of hustle and bustle. Patrols coming in and out of the fortress for rest or for work, and a woman exiting the grand central doors with fresh tears down her face. She all but rushes past with a clear destination in her mind. But your attention is quickly taken by the 4 men and women on guard outside of the mansion. One of them asks, "Why are we here?" with a gruff voice, and upon stating who you are, and indeed why you are here, for afternoon tea, they relax and mention that you're expected, as one of them goes to open the door for you in a polite manner. Oh shit, the guards aren't out on the map.
You're lazy.
More like I was lazy, but okay.
Nah, they're skipping a shift today.
Definitely just like jokingly do like a after you gesture to Leo and just say, "Well, after you, my lord."
Thank you.
Just takes it in stride.
They don't give us any direction. They just send us in, or
They opened the door for you. It doesn't say anything else.
I guess as I like enter and see like this big man, just like where exactly should we go? It's the first time here.
Another gruff voice like answers to make your presence known in the parlor or in the den.
All right.
All right, step into the foyer.
What
Of
are these little things? Oh, sorry.
No worries.
She will explain.
You see these frame portraits that adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion, and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls and resting on the floor. So there you go.
Guess I'll like try to hear for voices or anything, and look like.
For sure, there are definitely voices coming from two different parts. There's voices coming from this door over here. Mostly loudest of them all seems to be a feminine voice with a quite high pitch, and then there's like a light murmur coming from the end of the hall.
All right. Is this first door? I mean, there's stairs up, right? But it seems to go somewhere else. So we're gonna take the first left door and see what this is. It's always fun. Now, like, what's everyone saying?
Definitely just like look at all the twigs on the ground and just say, is this normal with you nobles to have like
No.
twigs laying? Yeah, I thought so
Certainly
too.
not. It seems like someone wants to start a fire.
Quite a strange way to store twigs.
Certainly. Well, I have to be careful. This Baron is not quite up speed, you know. But we'll figure it out. And I'll like go to that door, hearing the voices, and I'm gonna knock on the door. See, I think you might be muted.
God damn it! It echoes a little bit beyond, and the murmur momentarily stops, and then you're hearing a rather this high-pitched voice again, a bit muffled, going, "Coming!" The door is then opened to reveal this noble woman, it seems. She is wearing a brown dress, which is perhaps not the most, how should you say, the most luxurious color ever. But there are some details and some gems and a certain craftsmanship attached to the dress. She has brown hair with some lines of white, and she looks rather nervous overall in her demeanor, and kind of wrings her hands a little bit and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, were you late for the meeting? I'm sure we can have some 2 shares. No, wait, I didn't invite you. Who are you?"
Oh, excuse me. I have been invited to a tea with the Baron, but no one really wanted to give me direction. I just heard some voices and thought maybe I had to be here. I apologize.
Oh! Over her shoulder is this chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hanging above this polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, and devour cake. There are also some there's some talk around the table about decorations and plans for the upcoming festival, but as soon as she kind of turned her back to them and started talking to you guys, they were focusing more on drinking the tea and devouring the sugar and the cake rather than talk business. She gets a bit of a surprised look on her face and said, "Oh, Vargas invited you. Well then, I'm sure he will meet you then in the den. Wait, no, he's upstairs working. 1 second. Vargas! There! You have guests!" She kind of peeks her head out into the hallway and it kind of shouts through the house. Her high-pitched voice echoes through the woodwork.
Should we just wait here, or?
I'm sure you can be seated in the den. It's just, over there. And she points towards the door that is just adjacent.
I mean, this one, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And she also shouts out, "Mate! Bring tea!" There's a door that opens over here, and a rather spindly looking man who kind of bows curtly and seems to be heading towards the door at the end of the corridor.
Alright, I'll open the door.
Yes.
And say thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
I'm the one who should be sorry that I cannot help you and entertain you. I got a meeting going on.
All good, all good. We'll find something.
Alright, okay, you take care. If you need anything, then just shout, you know where to find me, yes?
Certainly.
And she steps back with that same kind of demeanor and nervous demeanor and closes the door behind her. And you guys step into this room with padded chairs and couches in this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
Yes.
Yeah, guess we have the time to look around a little bit. Let's look like a welcome chamber or something, right?
She called the den.
Yeah.
Does that ring any bell to you? I don't really know how, well, noble houses and mansion layers work.
Should probably, but it's been a while since I've been in the woods. Maybe I can remember it.
Well, you of course know that the den is usually often a trophy room, but doesn't have to include trophies. It is some kind of seated lounge that often includes after dinner drinks and smoking in this rather smaller, cozier kind of setting. As a den.
Yeah, I'll explain that to Daphne.
Often men like to frequent these areas as well. you know.
Definitely look at the bear head after you explain and just say, I guess that's one of the trophy.
That seems to be the case, yeah.
This is a couch, right?
A leather
That's
pouch.
you.
Okay, you
Is it
sit
like
down.
like a large wolf, or is it like a normal sized wolf, or
Oh, it's a brown bear.
Yeah, a
bear?
bear.
Sorry. Yeah, then the same question if it's a large, if it seems to be like a special bear or normal. Not that I
How
have that
much
much knowledge,
attention
but
did you spend on your survival
well,
class?
I've probably seen a lot of trophies at least. So
Okay,
I can
that's
compare it to
true.
that.
That's true. It's a normal looking bear.
Okay.
Alright. You wait the better part of 5 minutes before you finally hear some sounds coming down the hallway. Following it is the sound of a light pause, and then appearing in the door frame is once more this nervous looking older gentleman that you recognize from before.
And not him.
Still, he clutches his hands in front of his chest, constantly like wringing them and doing weird motions and pressing them against each other. His expression is tight. There is clear stress in his jaw, and his shoulders are very high up. He used to have this rather large cloak when he was outside, but now, of course, he has undressed to these rather comfortable waistcoat and pants. Still in this rather muted colors rather than the more ostentatious that nobles can wear, but like his wife, there are some details to it and some craftsmanship that makes him different from the rest, so to speak. Coming in with him is one of those quite large hounds that seems quite loyal to him. When you met the hounds outside, they were armored and protected by this leather pieces, but now the dog is also without this outdoor clothing, you assume. The dog kind of sniffs the air at both of you, growls low in his throat, but a quick glance from Vargas makes the dog immediately quiet down, and the dog tiptoes over to the carpet here, where it lays down comfortably, but still keeps his eye on both of you. In the meantime, Vargas goes in his rather stressed voice. Welcome to my manor. Thank you for coming so quickly. I need to know, again, what were your titles and names? Who have become guests in my home?
Well, my name is Leonard Joseph Kewin. Well, there's quite a lot to my name, but not in Barovia. Not sure if you ever heard of the Protectorate.
Faintly so, and I'm eager to learn more. So your family is affluent, influential? Carry a
Certainly,
title?
yes.
Oh. In what area do your family specialize in?
Military, mostly. But it has shifted a little bit over the past decade.
That will do, that will do. And kind of scatterbrain, he goes over and sits down in this other armchair over here and looks to Daphne with a stressed look as well.
My bodyguard.
Oh,
She just follow me around everywhere.
yes. Yes, of course. Oh.
I hope
Well
she's
then.
not of problem. She's nice.
No, of course not. I understand. I would not enter somebody else's stranger's mansion without my own escort.
Yeah.
Well, let me be the first one to say, welcome to Vallaki, our little slice of paradise. I trust
Yeah,
you've been
certainly.
enjoying yourself. But of course, everybody enjoys themselves in Vallaki. It's quite a sight to see, is it not?
Yeah, there's some nice places. Already got some custom-made cloak in order. Everything going well.
That's brilliant, brilliant, Lord Caven. You see, this started as an experiment to warm the hearts of our villages, which has become intrinsically linked to the safety and protection of our town. I speak, of course, about the festivals, which I think you might have heard about.
Yeah.
In my own
Hopefully you will
little
attend.
contribution. Oh, yes. Yes, you shall. I am sure that the festivities will bring joy to your heart and stave away the evils that be.
Certainly.
Last week, our Wolf's Head Jamboree was our most attended festival of all. We
Ooh.
celebrated the Valachian hunters' noble efforts in calling the wolves around. We had all manner of games and booths, and my wife's nearest and dearest friend baked those delightful cookies in the shapes of wolves' heads. Oh, the tea has arrived! He stands up and starts to fret a little bit as this servant comes into the room carrying this silver platter that has seen better days, but I mean, at least it's there. It's scrambling. It looks a little bit precarious. There's a lot on it, and he goes to like set it down on the table over here, and then starts pouring tea, and slowly but surely brings it over to Vargas first, and then Leon, then Daphne, and like asks if you want milk and cookies and all those good stuff.
Yeah, Leo take the cookies.
Daphne will say, just the tea is fine. Thank you.
It's a curtly nod from the servant.
Well, so as I have told you earlier, we've been sent by the village of Barovia by Irina, more concretely, and she wrote this letter, and I like pull out this letter and move it like over this little desk to my side towards him, so I can pick it up, open it.
He does, very gingerly so, almost as that breaks the seal, and start reading it with a heavy-set brow. Oh no, morning Lord, save us.
Yeah, quite a tragedy.
Collian is dead? Oh, Irina is far too young. I will have to send some guards there to make sure that she will get her things together and rule that town. Perhaps with her it would be easier to coordinate our efforts against the well, you know what I speak of.
Yes. No need to say. Well, she certainly, I think, is interested in bringing up the connection again that the both cities had. And she certainly needs a new priest. So perhaps, you shouldn't send him alone, so sending some guards with the priests to the village seems reasonable.
We shall see how much we are able to spare. There are some. I am worried about those two-faced liars, the Vestani.
Oh. Nothing to
Yes.
worry.
They have become
Sure.
rather unruly when they have foolishly and incompetently lost one of their own. I mean, join the
Lost?
club, I guess.
Lost who?
I don't
I think
know.
I'm not up
There's
to
some
speed.
kind of child of some sort. I'm not entirely sure.
Insight check. And empathy composer check.
Oh,
Same as well.
If he's lying.
Since I can't cast the vitamin G, Leo, so you're on your own.
You can- yeah. I mean, you would probably let him G yourself anyway.
No, I can't, because magic, you know.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
would be stomach strong to do it in front of his face.
that would be
Woo!
quite the trouble.
Yeah.
Um. Oh. He is quite animated when he answers this. There's clear expressions on his face of disdain and disgust, and of course always mixed with a little bit of fear, but there's also this expression of they don't matter enough for me to know.
Makes
And
sense.
he quickly continues. I'm quite sure that challenges ran away out of the mist, which is a luxury that has not been bestowed upon us Barovians, who are actually good, hard-working people to like frolic around and do Morning Lord knows what.
Now, I'm sure they're not gonna be as bold. Even seems no reason to do anything. Even if they lost someone.
Maybe. But they have asked me to enter into Vallaki thinking that a child of Vistani could be here. There's only one tiefling in Vallaki. Well, until you came in. And Istik, my captain, is certainly no Vistani.
Yeah. We noticed.
Yes. Nothing happens in Vallaki without Isik knowing it. My captain Strasny, and he speaks with my authority in all matters. So, if you come upon some trouble, then just talk to Captain Strasny and all will be well.
That's great. Well, on another matter, as I said before, we've been helping Arena rebuild, and we're quite a capable group. And we're wondering if
good,
there's
good.
anything we could do for the city of Vallaki.
Lord Caven, I have something important to suggest. I would love a trade deal between our families, and I'm sure it would benefit both of us. Too long have Barovia been distant to the rest of the world, but I want to bring us together again. I know that you cannot leave, but perhaps if we pay those Vistani rascals enough, they're able to send a letter to your family and explain the situation. With us two, as allies working together, perhaps we could end the scourge of darkness that assails my people here in Vallaki.
That is not necessarily a bad idea. It's just a lot going on over there as well in the Protectorate. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that easy. It's quite a ways away from here. I mean, it's worth a shot, I suppose.
I have now been taking care of Vallaki for the better part of 20 years, and I have stayed away the taint of the darkness of this land. And I can help by sharing my wisdom of how I kept Vallaki safe for all this time, with the Protectorate, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the Morning Glow will also surely smile upon such a friendship.
Certainly, certainly.
I do have something else of quite importance, Lord Caven. If you would hear me out.
I'm all ears.
Well, you see, my son, Victor, he was to be engaged with Lady Wakter's daughter. But that house has turned out to be nothing but trouble. The sons are drunkards, the daughter is lost to insanity, and the mother, and mark my words, is a bride of evil. That union would have spelled doom for a fair town, and its end was a welcome relief when I figured out what was going on. That
What
treacherous...
happened?
She's treacherous, Lady Fiona Wachter. She is planning a move against my family, I'm sure. But I don't have stark proof. In the past week, you see, Lord Caven, and it kind of leans in a little bit to you, 2 of my employees have gone missing. There are cats missing all across town. And I have good reason to believe that the Wachters are responsible. Fiona Wachter, in her madness, believed that she should rule Vallaki, and she seeks to depose me, I'm sure. There are also rumors that she consorts with devils and demons, and she sacrificed these cats in evil rituals in the night.
That's
Fine.
quite a conviction.
It's very grave, very grave. And she is very careful around those who are loyal to me and my gods. But you are an independent party. You
Certainly.
could perhaps find out the truth. Get me proof of her treachery, and I will reward you handsomely. Whatever's in my power is yours. But you need to move quickly, you see? Whatever she's planning, it must be stopped, and it must be stopped now.
I see. In fact, we might even have some other parts of clues to this as well. The orphans seem to have strange wounds that don't line up with anything normal. You see, our troop is quite capable, and we were able to discern that this is not from any normal source that you could imagine.
You think that's also connected to Lady Wachter? Because
I
I'm
mean, if
sure
she's
Miss
if
Velasco would
participating-
never do something like that.
If she's participating in like magic, it seems like the only option, really.
It sounds like her. And he
Out
kind of
of
like
character.
nods with you.
But-
Mm-hmm.
Question. Do I know that do like cats missing and cat sacrificing ring a bell to me? Or is it too general?
That's a bit too general. Indeed. Nothing but ring a bell specifically for cat sacrifice. No.
So in order to, you say we're an outside party, which is very great, but there might be situations where we need to be official as well, considering where we're investigating. Do you have by chance any symbol or emblem we could have to show, to prove that we're officially doing something? We're not investigating directly a Lady Vector.
I assure you, if you say that you are speaking from my authority, no one in this town will disbelieve you. If somebody goes around and pretends that They have my ear and my authority without actually doing so. Well, they are harshly punished, I assure you. Of course.
I just like having an emblem of sorts, if it's no trouble.
And I would prefer that Lady Wachter did not know that you are my official investigator. She has been trying
Yes,
to
sir.
throw the loss of Valaki back at me for doing unlawful investigations and harassing her or whatever.
No, I'm speaking, for example, if I want to talk to the Rectus or someone else, you know, there it might be better to have something. Obviously not for Lady Wachter.
Well, as I said, if you claim
Right.
that you speak in my name, then people will believe you. But do not misuse this power. I am gracious until it is lost.
Right, that will do, suppose. Well, any other information that might be related to anything?
Well, no, there's this problem with the orphanage, but I've been up over my ears with the planning of the festival and everything else that's going on and the security risks. Poor things. And this Lady Wachter business is heavy on my mind, Lord Caven. Very, very heavy. It would be absolute doom if that she-devil is allowed to rule over Valaki. Just imagine the depravity. All the
We'll see what we can do.
all the work of this last 20 years will be gone in an instant. Cannot be allowed.
May I ask
Cannot.
you something, Lord Valakovich?
Yes, you may speak.
How long have all of these have been going for? The cat missing and all the suspicious action that Lady Vactor supposedly doing.
Oh, I have never trusted that she-devil. My whole life, my father warned me about her family. But the last couple of weeks, she has gotten more and more vocal in her disapproval of my rule. And what she's not doing it openly and starkly, because that is an offense in my Valaki. She's too smart. She's like a snake, you see. She wiggles and worms herself around the law. And she is getting followers. This book club that I've been hearing about this. No, this can't be nothing but bad news.
Is there any speculations of yours that you think of a reason why she would starting to be more vocal about her intention?
I have a bit of a conspiracy that she's working with the Vistani. And his look on his face after he says that is like the worst thing imaginable. Yes.
And what exactly happened to her daughter?
There are bad things running in that family, mark my words. What if that thing could have spread to my son? I thought that perhaps joining our family seemed the one that means I could control her and end this madness. But I was wrong. It only spelled doom. That girl is dropped behind a wagon.
And your son, what is his feelings about this situation?
Quite shocked, of course. Hurt. I started to like the girl, sadly. But my Victor, you see, is mostly spends his time in his room reading. He's quite the academic type, but sometimes he worries me, Lord Caven, if he has the stomach to do what I do. But hopefully there's still more years of my education of him. Wait, you're kinda the same age, are you not? Oh, that would
Maybe.
be a wonderful friendship. I am sure that you have so many fantastic and important things that you're able to tell him. From one noble scion to the other.
Yeah, maybe we should have a conversation. Might also be in the interest of the investigation. Maybe he knows something.
About the Wachter girl? Well, at any time before dusk, you are free to come by my manor to ask to speak with Victor. In the spirit of friendship.
Sounds good.
Okay. You had to excuse me. I am a very, very busy man. He stands up. And immediately the dog kind of stands up as well and stretches his legs a little bit, yawns. I have a lot of things to do. If you find some trouble or need to report something quickly, then do so to Captain Strasty.
Where can we find him, in the barracks, or is he roaming?
Sometimes he roams, sometimes he's in the fortress, and his bedroom sits with my family. We are taking him in as a wayward son.
Alright. Can we talk to Victor right now, or is it a bad moment?
No, he should be in. He shouldn't have anything too important to do. Of course, on the second floor, the hallway to the right, at the end of that hallway, and then the door to the right.
Right, thank you.
Okay,
And thank you for the tea. It's delicious.
my pleasure. And I am eager to hear about what you find out about Lady Wachter, and come back to me about that idea of sending a message to your family.
Certainly. I'll think of something.
Have a good day, and let all be well. And he kind of
All be
marches
well.
out with like this kind of nervous look on his face, sending some looks your way, and then smiles and kind of halts. He's a little bit awkward, but in the end, he steps out the door with his dog in tow.
Empty my teacup. Place it on the table. Alright. Let's see about this Victor. Right?
After you, my lord.
And I'll go to second floor.
Okay.
All the way to the right.
Yes, absolutely. In the meantime, hello, Neo.
Hi.
Hi. What are you and Sol up to right now?
I think at this point the intention was going to the Blue Water Inn. That was the main intention. Because the worst part is Sol wanted to do something. I don't know
So
why.
want to
There
talk
was-
to the other performer, the half elf guy.
Yeah, maybe we'll get the chance to. And I mean, we want to get like the trust of the owners of the Blue Water Inn, so.
All right.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Sol not being here, Hester, let's say you get to the inn, and the lunch service has ended, and the bard is out. Because I want to have that conversation when Hester is here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So with the bard not around, is there anything that Cyrus wants to do in particular?
Wait a moment. Okay, now. Starbucks will actually try to get a conversation with Danica. he can.
Absolutely. Let's go to the blue water inn then.
Bloop.
Blue water inn. Here she is. She's kind of cleaning up the place after the lunch service has ended, so she's kind of mopping and going around and cleaning off the tables and bringing in dishes to the kitchen. How do you catch her attention?
The Starbucks will actually walk in and trying to avoid her, like trying to interrupt her working and cleaning. Will try to say, uh, uh, excuse me, Tanika.
She stops cleaning this table, puts down a few plates on the table, and kind of puts this towel over her shoulder. And oh, you again? Yes, dear.
Well, first this is weird. When we left, everything was rowdy, and now it's silence. It's weird.
Working people.
But there's one thing I've been curious since I came to Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
By any chance, do you know what a dwarf is?
Yes, they are uncommon here, but there has been a few since the mists. There is one particular one that is quite famous around these parts, of course, Thimdul. He was the one to take over the blacksmith here in Valaki when the current owner died. Changed the name to Thimdul Armaments, but at the end of his life, Pearson, Mr. Rowley's family, took over.
Oh, I'm actually glad someone actually knows. I've been asking around and seems like no one knows what it is. Because
The lost races to Barovia and to the Barovians. Well, some of them have forgotten their names and what they stand for.
knowledge losses. Well, I'm actually looking for one in particular.
Oh?
And Starbucks will actually describe Ireos because I didn't have the description.
Oh, no worries. I don't have a description yet either.
Oh no!
You can find a picture for him and you can decide how he looks. At some point, send it to me. But yes, you describe Irea's Stormlight.
Is by any chance, did you see him around Balaki or somewhere?
I know that around 4 years ago, a small party of competent people, as I am to understand it, entered into the mist, and they were led by a dwarf. They seeked to enter into Valaki to stock up and see what kind of support you could get from the Burgomaster. But the Burgomaster did not accept. The dwarf, neither some of the members of his party. I know that he talked further with my sworn-in father, Erwin's father, Davian. I don't know if you know, but Irvin's family is the one who owns the vineyard, the Martikovs. Headed by the patriarch. There's no other way to describe him. Davian Martikov. But I wouldn't visit the vineyard at this moment.
How so?
It has been overrun, apparently, by the wild folk of Barovia and those parts. And together they have brought some creatures with them. The vineyard has been seized, invaded by these people, and we are unable to continue growing our trade.
It is in fact a shame.
But if you feel competent in your party's ability to defend themselves, then if you turn towards the vineyard, then I'm sure that David Martikov will be around. He's not gonna let go of that pearl anytime soon.
The Starbucks will kinda chuckle. If that is, we don't run out of gold. Anyway, I don't want to interrupt you anymore. Thank you very much.
No worries. Does this dwarf mean anything to you? Is there something important I need to know?
Well, it's no mystery that I grew up without a father, and he was the closest I have.
Ah. Gone missing. And you think he wandered into Barovia? Is that it?
The only thing we knew so far is an expedition came here, and of course, never coming back.
Then chances are high. But you did. It's quite infamous at this point, the rebellion against the castle. How the villages of Barovia marched to it. And how the dwarven wizard met his end in Ser Falls. I'm sorry. Then, Styrex.
No need to. After all, it's the way of life.
Yeah, well, life and death are a bitch sometimes, yes, but it doesn't mean you can't grieve it and complain at it.
That is true. But still, I think that story might be wrong.
Oh,
I still have hope.
that's good. It's needed here. Keep that. It's very valuable. Now, you two sit down. An ale on me for this heartbreak. And let me finish my cleaning, yes?
Yes, sorry.
Sol is very happy to get free ale. Okay! Let's then return to the Burgomaster's house. Do, do, do.
With the socialite gang. But this sounds so creepy.
It was a little bit too creepy. Sometimes, you gotta see if you can find the right music for the right moment. This is better.
Is it Death House 2.0?
I mean, some of the music that I use for Death House is in here too, so you don't tie them two together. I mean, the same universe. Same universe.
Music.
Leo, watch out for animated armor.
What is an animated armor?
It's armor that move on their own, and
Well,
they are very dangerous.
I don't think there's anything around here. By the way, we're alone right now, right? We're not moving around.
You can stop
What do you
here
think?
on the upper floor.
Yeah, well, yeah. What do you think?
My thought?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of experience in politics, but I do know that we have to be very careful when we take sides, if we choose to take sides. At least there's only two opposing parties within Valaki, but at the very least we should have enough information about both sides to, well, make our choice. Right now, the Burgomaster seems to be very in favor of you. Consider your backgrounds and family.
Yeah.
But we do also need to take our mission, destiny, fated, whatever that is, into consideration. Why, if we choose to help him.
Yeah.
What about you?
Might.
What do you think?
I feel like this might be a question between doing the right thing or getting a big benefit. I'm not sure. Maybe we can do both. We'll see. We don't really know what's going on. I'm sure
Right.
Victor might be able to put more light into the situation than Burgomaster.
And, well, right or wrong, that's very subjective.
I think there's certain parts that we can agree on as a group, are right and are wrong. Well, I think we'll just need to investigate. I mean, certainly something magical is going on considering the wounds that these kids had.
Yeah.
I would hope. Certainly something we have to deal with.
Considering that Granny is very popular or familiar within Valaki, I'm not gonna be surprised if there are a bunch of hacks that just hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. I'm also not buying that she actually left. I think she's just around, but no one knows where she is, I think.
And with such little knowledge about magic within Valaki, like their gods and the government have absolutely no measurements to deal with magical stuff. I feel like there's a lot of things that is hiding in plain sight that we have yet to be aware of.
Yeah, well, the magic stuff we got Styrex, she'll figure it out. Let's do our job here. And I'll, continue on the path and to the right hallway and look for his room.
Alright. The staircase climbed to this beautifully appointed gallery that continues towards the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover the tall arched windows of leaded glass. And you strut down the corridor. Let me pick you up. Bam.
Hey.
Oh. Go. So we said the first hallway to the right, and then to the end of it, and then the door
Right, yeah.
to the right, yeah. Daphne, you following?
Yeah, of course.
think I have-
Map and loading.
I think I don't have my own vision. I think only Daphne has vision.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that.
Okay.
There you go.
Leo's kind of blind anyway.
True.
Anything interesting in this hallway? Anything suspicious? Anything?
Well, there are 2 doors leading from it. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as the other hallway. The same carpet, paintings on the walls, but no window.
Right, here we go. Let's hope this Victor is an
Same.
enjoyable person. Yeah. And I'll knock on the door.
All right. Oh yeah. There's no response.
We're here from your father. Are you home, Victor? All right. I'm coming in.
All right. You open up the door to a handsome room that contains a canopied bed, a low bookshelf, a full-length mirror in a wooden frame. Set in the north wall is an arched window of leaded glass. Nothing here seems unusual on a first glance.
Windows closed.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, Leo?
Well, there's no one here. Boy, I hope he doesn't imagine his son. That would be... Does it seem used around here? Does it seem like someone has slept in this bed?
Yeah. It has been made, but there's definitely... I mean, I use this term very lightly, but like the smell of a person.
Yeah.
It's not like it's stinking, but you can smell a person.
Any books sticking out? Maybe like something in it because he's reading it right now or something?
Where did Daphne go? How did you there? It's mostly works of fiction that is on the shelf, and then some rather basic encyclopedias of like birds and plants and stuff like that. It's very meh.
Hey, I take this chance. Well, look around a bit.
Mhm.
I'll keep watch.
Not sure
you
there's
want
anything to
to-
find here.
Well, you never know. Right?
All right, make me a investigation.
Give Leo a vitamin G,
He needs it.
and I'll give him a help action as well, I guess.
Woo!
God. You're really, I mean, no one won't be much better, but I mean, sure. Maybe.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Oh, it is quite better. That's, wow.
Damn!
I have not seen
And-
that number in a while.
And vitamin G as well.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa!
No, it's not gonna be for nothing.
And you find absolutely nothing. No.
Yeah. It had to be because it was a good roll, you know.
No, but looking around, it becomes rather apparent. It was quite easy to find it. But when you look up, there's part of the roofing that clearly has a outline to it. It's not obviously a trapdoor in the ceiling. There has been some woodworking attempts to hide it, but once you see it, it's quite obvious what it is.
Oh no, it is Death House 2.0.
There is actually something here.
It's just a trapdoor. Come on.
Is it something
sorry,
you can
PTSD
reach like
for all
from
mentions.
from going like on the table, or is it too high up? Or how high up is it?
Yeah, how?
It's too high up. But with that grade of a roll, you can see that part of the this cabinet here, who has 2 shelves basically in it, you can see part of on the second shelf there's some dirt
Ah.
on it. So probably a foot is placed there, and then you kind of launch upwards towards the ceiling, and there's a little bit of a handle you're able to grab onto.
Alright, I think I see something here. You might, keeping watch for a moment.
Alright.
Hopefully it's not gonna be too loud. And I'll attempt to reach the trapdoor and open it.
Before I exit, I'll give Leo another vitamin G if he needs it.
Okay.
Well, I hope I can climb up this thing without,
There's a little bit of a tug that is required to the trapdoor. But when it opens, it kind of opens in this slanted angle, and with a little bit of a sound, there's this staircase that expands and comes down to you in an angle. It doesn't go all the way down to the floor, you still have to climb a little bit. But it's there for your convenience to climb upwards. Above your head, it's only dark, but there seems to be some cloth over some furniture or something like that.
right. I'll be like, to Daphne, if anyone, wanders by or something, you can just say that I'm like in a private conversation with Victor, and you're just making sure nothing happens outside, my bodyguard.
Or I'll join you, and I'll just definitely just like close the door. Is there like a lock on the door?
No, there's no lock on the door.
Well,
Privacy not allowed, apparently.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, okay, you know what? That's maybe that's a good idea. You just stay a little bit behind. I'm sure I'm fine. Quite skilled.
Yeah, but well, better safe than sorry. Come on. Get up.
Do you happen to have a torch or something to light? My hooded lantern unfortunately got taken.
Definitely cast light. I have this.
That will do it.
I'll cast. Is there any like a ring or something on Leo, like
Yeah,
an emblem?
I have a signet ring.
Yeah, I'll cast light on Leo's signet ring.
Oh.
And there you go.
Oh, nice. It looks even better now. Alright. And I'll start
Yeah.
grabbing for the ladder and climbing.
Okay.
Daphne will like fold her arms to create like kind of like a stepping support for Leo to climb up.
Yeah, because it's not as tall as you are. Yeah. And then together you make it up. Leo, you're the first one. You can see there's like a little creepy hole here in between several furnitures. Like there's a sofa back on one side, there's like a chair back on the other, there's like a trunk to the third, and kind of draped over it and above your head when you kind of squat down is this rather nice rug. But pushing it aside, this is what you see.
Oh,
Oh boy.
quite the mess.
That's
Yep.
Certainly finding stuff and keeping them. Does there seem to be any motive behind objects in this room? Like, do they seem to be from the same era, or maybe from the same, like...
Well, none of the items in this room are particularly in the fashion that you would recognize. When you got an isolated biome, it kind of goes off on its own devices. But it's just a large attic that's full of old, forgotten things. Some of them draped in these white sheets.
They all
Piled-
seem old.
A barrel, crates, trunks, old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. But you see a clear footpath in the dust through the maze that goes to a door on your right.
Right.
Hmm.
Um,
I think the young lord will appreciate we snooping around a little bit.
be careful. Does there seem anything like weaponry around here? Is there anything like that could be used as weapons?
Well, improvised, for sure. I mean, there's like a ladle.
Anything improvised finesse like?
Come
Well,
on.
Maybe a small, like maybe a small knife or
no, not
scissor,
any knives.
maybe, or like
No, not any tools. This is more like furnishings. So, I mean, you can pick up like a bucket and bash that into somebody's head, I guess.
Did my torch get like take away? No, right? Torch is not.
No, torches were not considered to be dangerous.
Yeah, I do have a
Only
torch.
like bullseye and hooded lanterns.
I'll give Leo a torch. You can, I guess, use that. A good bashing weapon if you need one.
well, I'm not the brute type, but sure.
Come on, put your strength into it. You'll be fine.
Well, you know, you have to like weight it differently, and the combat you have to be usually a little bit further away to get the better swing. It's well, I'll figure it out, I guess.
Come on, he's just a young lord, alright? Worst come to worst, I'll just punch him or anything. Or something.
No, I just
Let me do a perception check here.
we're obviously not speaking that loud. We're trying to.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
you didn't tell me that you were sneaking, so you didn't do a sneak roll.
Well, I said we want to be careful. I assumed that
Yeah,
was.
careful doesn't necessarily mean
Alright,
stealth.
alright. Sure,
Fair.
Okay. Yes. Through the door that you can see over here, carved angrily into it, in a rather hastily manner, there is quite clearly the words "All is not well!" an exclamation mark.
Also,
mhm.
Soul and Stark still here.
Yes, I know. So they can see.
Yeah. I like this guy already. Not gonna lie.
I put you guys out with vision on the map so I can just move and you're there. And from beyond the door, there's a voice that goes, hello? What are you doing up here? I am busy, I'm working. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry, but you know, your father told us we could talk to you. We're looking for you, and
What?
I hope-
What? Why did he do that? Oh.
yeah, you know how fathers are sometimes.
Well, I'm busy. You come back another day.
Don't you have a minute or so, maybe?
Who said even that you were allowed up here? This
I'll
is
move
this
with
is
them,
strange.
sure.
What kind of people are you to move into somebody's attic?
Well, I am Leonard Joseph del Kewin.
I don't give a fucking rat ass who you are. I'm busy reading.
I'll just whisper to Leo and say, he seems to not like the whole nothing is happening in Valaki vibe, so perhaps play onto that.
Come on, it's just you know, a few questions. There's a lot of things happening, and we're supposed to look into, you know, the Vectors, and I was wondering if you have anything information about that. After all, you're supposed to.
I have talked about that silly girl so many times. Aren't you supposed to leave some kind of note? I'm a busy person. I'm Vargas Volakovic's son. I mean, why does he think that people are just allowed to waltz up to me? I'm busy, and meeting like this in the attic? You shouldn't even know that this place exists. He
Well,
seems to be, like,
as you can
flaming.
see, we're quite skilled, and you know, you did your best, but unfortunately, you know, we are better. Come on, just a few minutes.
What the fuck are
Also,
you
judging
talking
from what's written on this door, seems like we perhaps can be, well, onto something here. Perhaps thinking in the same way.
Yeah, we're a third party after all. We're not specifically working for your father, we're just trying to find out what's going on here. There are lives at stake, it seems. Judging from what has happened to kids in the orphanage. You've probably heard about it.
I find what my father say stupid and infuriating. But I don't fucking care. Just leave me alone. I'm
You care
working.
about lives of others.
The world is a dangerous and terrible place. You gotta do what you can to just, make it. People die.
Yeah, now you can do something, exactly. Just a few minutes of your time.
I got more important things to do.
It could be
No?
more important than to save lives.
Please. Shoot.
Also, treat it like this, Victor, if I can call you that. We are quite capable people here, so if you spare some information, maybe we can help out with your troublesome matters as well. It's not easy to find third-party outsider from outside Valaki who do not buy into this whole all is well thing.
There's a long pause. And then... Do any of you know advanced magics and Coptic runes?
We do have. Well, why don't you find out yourself?
That was a yes. But we want to talk with you first.
Finally, there's a creak as the doors open and you look into, the pasty face of a older teenager, perhaps 20-year-old person, who has this kind of rather bloodshot eyes. And after giving you, a little quick look over, he pushes through the door, very careful to not show anything beyond, and then slams it shut behind him and he steps out.
Quite the secrets you have there, huh?
How tall is he?
I mean, he's not the tallest. He's, of that teenager guy kind of posture where they're thin as sticks and tall, but probably can eat mountains and it never shows.
Yeah.
Black holes in their stomachs. So he perhaps 180 about, yeah. Rather thin. A rather
About my
sharp cheekbones. He immediately crosses his hands above his chest and says, "It's my personal study space. I don't like people... Whatever. Okay, so what stupid questions do I need to answer for you to tell me about this person who is able to cast advanced magics?"
Well, why do you want to know about that person? I suppose it's a good question.
Well, let us say that until I meet them, then I won't say anything. How about that? 2 can play this game. Or 3.
Fair. You want to be like that.
Although,
You're like that. I didn't start.
You know, it won't really help if we tell. There's, describe the person. We know them. We can just, introduce them to you.
Alright, then I will answer these questions as payment then. I guess this is how you want it.
it's more trade or give and receive.
Yes.
But
We
yeah.
already established that. Come on.
So there's these weird things going on around Valaki at the moment. I'm sure you know. For example, these wounds that these orphans have. Do you know anything about that? Have you heard about that?
I do not care about hurt orphans. I don't know. I don't care.
All these wounds, considering you're interested in magic, you might be interested in that because that's certainly not happening
Why
from a normal
would I
source.
care if Belasco is getting heavy-handed with her punishments?
Velasco.
Yeah. Rector's Belasco. Get on the page. Oh my god. If you're gonna ask me questions, then at least come here knowing the basics of Balaki.
Well, what is she being punished for?
No, she's giving out. She's the rectress. Can you
No,
not hear what I'm saying, man?
Well, that's what I told you. That's what I'm trying to say because you seem to not listen to me either. These wounds.
Well, all I'm
we're
hearing
quite the
is
experts.
blah 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 super blah 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 something.
Well, if the Rectus was doing that, then she's a mage. Because these wounds are not something you can do as a human.
Oh my god, that's the funniest shit I've heard today.
Well, I'm just saying these
Reckless
wounds
knowing
are not.
magic. Uh-huh.
I'm saying if that's your conclusion that she has to be it, then that's the only. Because, I mean, you certainly have not any idea about wounds or magic, it seems like, because if you would have checked these wounds, then you would understand what I mean.
How the fuck are the wounds magic? Are they like glowing? Are they Coptic runes?
No. The way they. There's certain ways you can damage someone, and that's. We have quite the experts on it. It didn't seem like something a human normally could do. You would need some, special ways of doing it.
Huh. Maybe that old hag has some kind of artifact that she hasn't given up. Maybe she found something. But
Maybe.
the rectress herself knowing magic? I think not.
Maybe. Or maybe it's something completely different. I mean, there's been these cats missing all around.
Well,
apparently.
I'm not merely interested in some weird, strange wounds. I'm talking about hard, logical, theoretical magics here.
Kind of show my ring a little bit, move it a little bit. I know.
That's a light spell. What the fuck?
Hmm?
That's like a toddler can do that.
Yeah.
So, next question.
Well, the cats that are missing. Well, you know anything about that?
I don't know, I don't care. Who the
Empathy
fuck-
composure check.
Okay.
Really not care about anything.
Oh, jeez. He is just being cocky, man, and emo. And it definitely seems like that nothing faces him or nothing cares. That nothing
Alright.
means anything to him.
So, with the Bacta family, what do you know about them? What do you think about them?
That my dad's fear of them is just all bullshit. Well, at least it's cat sacrifice ritual bullshit. Yeah. Like that would be any worry. I would be more worried about the actual policies that my dad is using and what kind of effect that has on the Valakian people. And if Lady Wachter is going around and saying like, hey, underneath my rule, like, you guys won't be experiencing these things, then of course she's gaining popularity. But no, he has to be a stupid, stubborn old man. These adults, man. Wish I could be rid of them.
And her daughter.
Oh, that stupid girl.
Stupid girl.
Yeah. Just a fucking burden.
You
Did
don't
he
like her?
ask? Did he ask if I wanted to get married first of all? No. Just one day from the other. Here is your future fiancée. Spend some time with her, will you?
I know that.
Well, it ended up just me sitting and reading and doing my work like I usually do. She nagging me about whatever gossip or clothes or whatever girls like to speak about. Till I told her to shut up. And then she was just silent all of these visits. And then just one day she just completely went batshit crazy. Believes herself to be a cat or something. Absolutely
Cat?
useless. Yeah. Cat.
Mind explaining that a little bit more?
Yeah,
Is
she
she
started
like
talking to one, moving around like one. Yeah, a cat.
a cat? Interesting.
I do notice that magic is obviously rare within Vallaki and seems to be frowned upon. Any reason behind that?
'Cause my dad can't control it? Duh.
And
Do
his
you
son is
need to ponder upon this in like a 2-hour brainstorm? I mean, it's quite obvious.
somebody who's pretty adept in the art of arcane.
That I cannot speak about.
It seems like there are things that
And I wouldn't speak about it either to anybody else, because if you do, I'm gonna have you thrown in jail, you understand me? And who is my father going to believe first? Me, his son, or you, the outsiders? Yeah, so don't even
This-
try.
there's no need
we're
to
on
get
a good
aggressive
accord
here.
right now, but there's no need to. Yeah. I'm not trying to threaten you.
I'm not really sure what you're trying to do. Seems to be
Because-
flailing around.
Well, seeing somebody who's not afraid of magic and who doesn't think magic is a do all, create all is refreshing within this city.
Okay, well, there you got it. So, I answered your stupid questions. Now, will you tell me who knows this advanced theoretical magic?
Well, she's just like us and coming from the outside.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. She's
So, who? And when can I talk to her?
How about have a meeting outside of your mansion? Blue Water Inn.
No, I kind of need her to be here because there's something particularly that I want her to look at.
Well, she's a little bit hard for her to get here, but with your permission, that might be easier.
that's
Yeah, I
easily-
mean, of course, if I invite you. Oh, well. And if it's under the guise of me forming friendships, I'm sure that Mother's going to be ecstatic.
All right. So
And also, we might have something that you might also be interested. Runes, Asian magic, written from unknown language.
You found it here?
In
somewhere in Barovia, yeah.
I mean, I can take a look at it, but I cannot promise anything. I do
Yeah,
not
I'm
know comprehend languages, sadly.
unfortunate. Well, enough of this. If there's any more questions come to mind, we'll ask them when we get back with our friend.
Right. So,
Alright?
do you invite her here then?
Yes. Tell it we're gonna have a, I don't know, early dinner party or something like that.
You want to do that today? Alright.
Or you can come tomorrow. I mean, there's no guests after dark. It's fucking stupid.
Right, so we don't have much time, I suppose.
I mean, you can always leave the mansion after dark, but you cannot enter. It's kind of like the gates.
Okay.
Well, how about you leave the mansion after dark?
I? No, I wanted to come here. Are you daft? Don't you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, here's some secret stuff behind this door.
Yeah.
He wants her to look at.
Right, I guess we'll get back to you tomorrow then.
Okay, fine. Be that way tomorrow.
Look at Leo. And say... But we have to, well, of course, inform her and ask her if she's okay with this first. So, yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to say that maybe some friends are coming over to visit me tomorrow, Mom. Would you let them in? Okay,
Great.
now shoo. I got stuff to do. Leave the
Yeah.
same way you came, and say nothing of this.
Yeah, we got it.
Snooping around. Kind of shakes his head. Goes to like lean on the wall and like looks at you leaving. He's not gonna let you out of his eyesight.
Well,
Right. And you leave the same way as you came?
Yeah.
Do you leave the mansions proper?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. And go back to Starks and the Blue Water Inn and so?
Yeah.
Okay. Then with that, we're gonna
on
go...
the-
Oh,
oh, sorry.
no, I'm just gonna
We
go
break,
to a
right?
break. Yeah. So
Yeah,
something before that?
Yeah, definitely just wanna talk to Leo on the way.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can
I
do that
don't-
before the break.
Yeah. I definitely will say, I don't say this very often, but oh boy, you are so much more bearable compared to that guy.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I didn't turn out like that, you know. That's like, you know, the nerd version of me probably.
I'm so glad you did not learn magic at all.
Oh yeah, true. That would have been
Oh god.
I imagine, you know, being always in the room and reading all the time. It sounds so boring. Oh my god.
I'm
And
glad
then
you're
being
more
like that, holy moly.
Yeah.
No.
I'm glad you are more interested in women compared to magic.
Well, you know.
Well, besides
Jesus
from
Christ.
being an absolutely unbearable asshole, he does have a lot of information that we might want of him, so.
Yeah. Just gotta let him feel good, you know.
Mm, yeah, that's
Feel
hard, but at
well,
least let inform Styrex about it,
oh,
right?
she's totally gonna love it.
Nah. Yeah,
Oh,
she totally gonna
Yeah.
love another. Well,
yeah, imagine, you know, how she is sometimes with me, you know. Oh boy.
yeah. I can imagine that dude just, you know, saying something about Styrex's knowledge of magic and We might have to like prepare to stop her from burning things.
Oh, well, it would be funny to watch, honestly. Kind of enjoy it. But yeah, we'll make sure nothing too bad happens.
On the other note, he did mention that the water daughter and cats, there's some links between that.
Yeah, certainly. More than
So,
certainly, in fact. And I don't think her mother would turn her daughter into a cat. Or make her think to be a cat.
yeah, we might need to pay the water a visit then.
Yeah, maybe that's something we should do today, even.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to the party.
Yeah.
Alright, and as you walkie, we're gonna go for a breaky.
Yay.
Woo!
Holy shit, Victor is so edgy.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking kill you all.
Come on, Styrax is gonna be so great, you know? Two
Yeah.
arcane student,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, at least there will be something interesting to see, you know? Some sort of magic artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm happy I did a good job.
even if he like, I don't know, being an asshole again, which he probably will, we'll get some information out of it.
Maybe? Okay. But
Right.
empty your bladders, refill your drinks, come back ready and satisfied.
Yeah,
Yee.
I'll do
Alright.
that.
Shit, I'm just gonna refill my drink and I'm gonna be back. I'm wondering, Death Rave? Yeah, it's Death Rave. How can you read and listen to the stream at the same time? Like, what kind of alien brain do you possess for able to do those things at the same time?
You split your brain. Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back. Sounds absolutely crazy to me.
I'll take my guess as they also have like ADHD.
I'm back.
But read, I mean, I can understand like playing a game. Well, to be fair, it's a book I've read several times. Oh. Yeah, maybe that is easier. Still a hell of a choice. That I'm more analyzing at this point than reading poetry in Old English. Ooh, okay, so what is this book?
Poetry. Interesting.
Some old Shakespeare or some Lord Byron or Chaucer, or what can it be? What can it be?
And what couldn't?
The Divine Comedy. I see.
Oh.
I see. Yeah, sure. It's very detailed.
Hey ho.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't believe
extremely gonna snack.
someone is more of a spoiled brat than Leo. Holy shit.
Well, it's different. different version, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, but he's sociable.
Just glad you don't know
He had
magic.
to be.
Yeah.
Just glad you don't know magic.
I don't know if Victor is specifically spoiled. I mean, for sure he is, but
A
I
brat,
think there's
but,
also,
you know.
yeah, some brattiness in there. Every time I read it, catch more symbolism and stuff I missed. Ooh, but that's like, you know, some games are great to replay, and I guess there's some books then that are great to reread. Hema says, I mean, Leia was being made to do work. That's true.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's a little bit further already. Maybe at a different point he might have been more like he's already, you know,
Yeah.
not only from the story, but even before the story, he had some, you know,
The difference
Character
between
development.
Victor and
character development. Thank you.
yeah, and Leo is that Victor decided to hide within his house, and Leo tried to run away from his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and you know, he had to generally talk a lot with people, so he's obviously a little bit better at, you know, appealing to people and.
it's true.
Also, Leo is kind, and Victor is asshole.
That's true. Okay. Let us continue and roleplay for another hour then. Woo! Okay. And you make your way over to... Oh no. I did the bad thing. To the Blue Water Inn. Is where we're gonna return when you walk into the place. Let's have some better magic. No, better magic, better song for this place. And, you know, you can hear Soul going, "Oh, Styrax! See who the cat dragged in!" And points towards the door as Daphne and Leo walks into the door.
How
Oh,
was
hey,
tea time?
so your voice is a little bit rusty right now, you know?
You know,
Everything okay?
overdid my
The ale?
vocal run-ups.
He's been singing all day.
Oh, I see.
Yes, well, I'm missing it.
Happens.
Oh boy, Styrax. Oh dear,
Hey.
Styrax.
What?
Well, maybe.
What did
You
you
wanna-
do?
That-
What did Leo do?
Hey, it's not me. It's
Yeah,
all,
it's not him, but it's. Okay, let's talk about it over some ale, I guess.
yeah, I'm not sure about the ale. Yeah, necessarily, but sure. Well,
mean, I
is there
feel-
anything you want to tell us, Styrex? Anything you've done? Anything interesting?
Yeah.
Before we get to our stuff?
No, so far. No, I've been talking with Danica a little bit, and that's it. Not much.
Anything interesting with her? Any information?
Anything we can do to help, Danica?
No, so far she's done with cleaning, I guess. But no, there's not much useful information.
Not
Okay.
even out of character. Not even the vineyard.
She doesn't want to talk about it.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, we'll probably, you know, ask her if it can help us anyway. But for now, we have to. Another thing that came up, you know, I talked with the Baron, and he had some, you know, some work for us. You know, as you asked, you wanted some work. He had some work. Not quite sure on the payment side, but sure there's something to be done. He, you know, he doesn't like Lady Wachter and the family. And she thinks that she's like working with the devil or something and stealing cats and maybe is responsible for the wounds of the orphans or whatever. All the evil, basically. And we are supposed to investigate and find out if that's true and find proof as a third party.
Yeah. Also, we might need you to. Well,
As a great
um,
magic practitioner, there might
I
be some interesting magic object to look at. And the downside is that there is an annoying person that wants to show it to you.
Please elaborate.
Well, you see,
Leo, shh. Um, Daphne will just not like just try to cast message, but not be like open about it. Like try to cover up the soul mark, so it's not like as apparent. And message directs and say, "Well, we meet with the Baron's son, who is an asshole, but also a magic practitioner. He asked to see a person who know advanced magic and Coptic runes, that he has something to show to, and he take that as like payment for him answering a few questions that we want to ask him. There."
You can see Starbucks turns his head and looks and stares into Daphne. No,
in your head or out loud?
in my head.
Okay.
Well, we did say that we will ask for your thoughts and opinion first, so it's not like we have accepted already, but give it some thoughts. I know I hate this idea as much as you do. And oh boy,
You can see
I would rather fight 10 zombies than meet with that person again, but sometimes it just need to be done.
You're just waiting around.
Starbucks will stand up and actually say out loud, I can't even control. Do you expect me to sew?
What?
I mean, you're amazing at what you're doing, Starex. Just because of this little fire that comes out, I mean, you're more than perfect. What you're doing.
Like I said, it's not a forced job, and if you don't want to take it, we won't take it.
I mean, it's about looking at an object. So well, that's what I assume at least something of interest. That's why he needs a magic practitioner that, maybe able to identify what it is or figure something out about it.
And he might even be of help regarding the magic stuff that we found in the forest.
I think he made clear that he can't help with that. He doesn't know a spell he talked about. That's probably what you need to read it, but he doesn't know it, so. I think there's interest in finding out what he's hiding behind that door. Either way. But we don't have to. You still have some time.
I only have one question.
Hmm?
What information is the one you're looking for him?
Honestly, I think we got through most of the information. I don't think there's much we need from him. I just honestly am interested in what he's hiding. but we don't really need to. It might just be me. We don't need to look for that necessarily.
From my point of view, Valaki is unknown land to us for now. And we have little to no information about it, especially regarding the arcane department. And just because of that, I think it's gonna be helpful for us to find out more information, even if it's information that we do not need immediately.
Again, knowingly we didn't do anything for today. We were thinking today we would pay the Vector family a visit, you know, and maybe talk. We found out that apparently the daughter, more specifically, instead of getting mad, she seemed to believe to be a cat. Do you know anything magically that could make something like that happen, Mr. X? I mean, certainly, but any specifics?
It can be, but can't be for certain unless I see it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and cats have been gone missing in general. Do you think that's like a slow process of turning people into cats and then stealing them, maybe? That's too crazy, right?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, she talked to a cat, though.
Let's just not make any assumptions and talk to. Before we talk to them. Like, you can turn people into cats with magic, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
at least in my knowledge, that is advanced magic and
But
turning.
also doing it slowly and they take it away?
Yeah.
I would just rather do the spell immediately and take it instantly.
Maybe it's
Plus,
just luck.
why do you like turn people into cats and then with
I don't know.
powerful
I thought it was a
magic?
cool idea. It would make for a great story, you know? Honestly.
Yeah,
And
but
then, you know, maybe it's easier to carry cats around instead of people, you know? If you want to go somewhere else and you gotta take a bunch of cats with you, that's a little bit weird, but normal. But if you walk around with a bunch of bodies, you know, maybe not so normal.
yeah, but permanently turn somebody into cats. That's really, really advanced magic.
Ah, all right. Well, that's why we should talk to the family and see.
All right. Anything else we need to know? So, direct.
Now my throat is just hurting, so I mean, I will tag along with you and try to be of help, but oh god.
Yeah, your throat is really hurting right now.
Yeah, I've smoked 30 packages today.
Oh. Yeah, you should really, you know, stop
Some of
with
it
that.
was not tobacco, so
Hmm.
I'm here, but I'm not really here, if you know what I mean.
Alright. Actually, that's true. We don't really know. I'll look over to Danica and like put up a hand. If she can come over for a moment.
Oh, Danica would be nowhere to be seen. After she finished her cleaning start, she went upstairs into the first door up here.
Her room, basically.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's a little bell though by the bar, if you wanna know her.
Well, we'll find. I still have supposed to be a lot of guards around her house, so not too hard to find probably. I should ask for more directions, I think.
All right. We want to do it today or
I think today is
tomorrow.
we should take up the time we have, right? What else do you want to do?
Let's just identify what do we need to do in general.
Well, we need to earn the trust of the Blue Water Inn, or the owners. That's the most important thing we need to do here in Vallaki. And maybe help the people in Vallaki. Because that's probably intertwined anyway. I feel like Anikan Urban will like us a lot more if we're doing good around here.
We need to find Arabelle.
True, but it didn't seem like the Baron knew anything about it. If anyone knows it, though, it must be Strasny. He might be behind it without the Baron knowing. You can talk to him now as well. You have permission.
Personally, I do not think Vallaki government are behind it.
But
But I
Strasny
do.
seems to be the person that would do something like that.
No, he seems, in my opinion, it's like something I know he's low, and but he even for somebody who's like him, it's a little bit too low to abduct a child, and also it's a little bit too above his ability to do so without leaving any evidence. You've seen him. He
Yeah, I
seems more like
mean, I'm not saying
a
he did it. I'm saying he knows about it. As the Baron said, if anything happens in Vallaki, then he is about it, knows about it. Can't hurt to ask about it, and try to figure out if he's lying, you know? Just
Well, you
ask
are
general
true.
questions about things that are happening around here and then just happen to bring this up, and then he's gonna be like, ah, I hate the tieflings, I have no idea about it, and then you can find out if he's lying or not. Maybe.
But Stastny is like Victor though. They are both asshole. But alright, you're right.
Yeah. We have to talk with both of them to find out asshole information. You know?
Daphne just let out like a heavy sigh and yeah.
But I think talking to the Vakta family is a good idea right now. I think they will shed a lot more light into this whole situation.
You can see Exodus Tyrax lost in thoughts, pretty much.
Tarek, you're right.
Yes. I've been just thinking.
What?
Oh, Daphne will message Styrax and ask, find anything about your mentor?
And Leo's seen it again has been like, hey, come on. You know,
As Tyrax will respond the message. Yes, and so far still don't like hearing more.
Okay. Message again. There's some saying say that if we don't see the body, then they are not dead.
guys want to put me in the loop or not?
You can see Styrax nods and answer the message. I still think he is still alive. Still impossible that the one who teach me to control, that's not the word, but at least kinda take some spells out of me was him, and if he deal with me, I think he can deal with much.
I'll look at Leo and just say it out loud and give it some room here. All right, Leo. We'll catch you up later. And
Come on. What could be something you have to hide from me? Right, so...
lady secret. Just think like that.
Lady secrets. That's a myth.
Daphne,
No, I
Message
have
directed
heard
in-
about this infamous lady secrets. It's better that, to not know. That's how I look at it.
Usually they're not that secret, you know. Sure.
Do you really want to know, Leo?
Yeah, if there's anything bothering you, of course I want to know. Maybe I can help.
Starbucks would write something on a paper and just make an envelope and give it to Leo.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Should I read it now or
Do what
later?
you want and do as you want.
Right. And he opens it up and reads it.
It says, "Don't enter in my business."
He looks up.
Smiles.
Oh my god.
You can be funny, Starix. You can be funny. Should try that more.
Sol leans in and says, "What did I say, dude? Better not to, fuck with it."
Well, sure.
It's okay, we can have
well,
some
if you-
bro secrets.
Well, we're a team, you guys, you know? So if there's anything important, we should know it. But I trust you guys. Alright, so let's look around. Maybe we can see. Maybe we could find someone and ask where Lady Bacta lives.
Alright, you exit, and it's like, what, 3, 4 in the afternoon? By now?
Yeah.
No, probably 4. So, streets are as busy as before. People moving about, doing their things, still glaring openly or cast their eyes away. Some stop, stare, others run away. Either way,
Can
you're
I-
always given a large berth as you
Yeah,
walk down the streets.
Soul
Mm-hmm.
and say, keep an eye on him, Soul. I'll trust you.
Do I have to? I'd rather keep an
Yeah.
eye on, more good-looking people, but
I heard that.
he starts to whistle. Yeah, okay.
It's
then
a responsibility.
You can trust me. Can trust me as far as my crossbow shoots.
Well, that's not so far. So far.
Which is not much. Alright.
Okay, where are we going?
I know that we saw the Smith guy
Mm-hmm.
in this house down here,
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
Pearson.
and since I know that these people do talk with us, I would go there and just, in general, look around and see if there's anything interesting, and then ask him.
All right. There's no one in the shop at first. Instead, you were hearing the heavy slams of somebody doing something in the background. It's a open shop area where you have these rows with different kinds of tools, and indeed the smithery instead, and then like a door that seems to be leading into this hidden storage, and probably beyond that is probably his private quarters.
Hello. Excuse me.
There's a crash and a swear of somebody became a little bit jumpy as you scared the person, and then it's a bit of a ow ow kind of sound, and then coming through the door, limping, is
Apologize.
is this person here? Oh my god, it's disappeared from me, huh? Yeah, you can't see anything in the dark. Here we go. Is this rather creased older man with these very bushy eyebrows, bushy mustache, kind of look like a bird's nest is resting underneath his nose, that is large and a little bit red at the tip. He is wearing this rather loose linen shirt, a leather apron on top, a hat. Kind of pulls back his thinning gray hair with one hand and like puts the hat back on top, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, lad. This bad boy has always been failing me for quite some years now." And he pats his leg.
Oh. Okay. Well, makes me feel a little bit better.
Still,
Oh.
I didn't have any appointment, and I've been busy with sorting out this shipment that I've gotten that I unfortunately didn't know that anyone was in my shop. I'm sorry if I left you waiting.
No. No worries. I was just wanting to look around. As you can see, we are newcomers. We came in with Vasilisa.
Oh yeah, Vasilisa did tell me about you guys. A bunch of outsiders that she met by the gates, was it not? You helped her come inside. Thank you.
Exactly, yeah.
It's unfortunate
Seems
that her shipment did not make it, but
Yeah.
take what you can.
I tried to help there as well, but you know, the guards, always thorough.
Alright, well. Then what can I do to help?
I was most first of all, I was wondering in general what you offer here. Anything interesting?
To you? Well, an assortment of different tools, some of which you do need to get a permit from the Reformation Center and the Baron to carry around. Other things are indeed open to purchase. Let's see, and he starts walking around in the front of his shop and like pushing things aside, scratching his shin a little bit as he limps forward. Oh yes, well, we have some this block and tackle. Here you got a pretty nice assortment of lamps, a lock, some keys. Do you need pots? I got a lot of pots.
Well, like looking around and what he's showing me, I assume there's not anything that could be used as a finesse weapon, probably, right?
There is a part of the shop where there are javelins, spears, and yeah, no, I think it's just javelins and spears. Yes, sitting in neat rows. But the section of the shop that he's walking through are these, indeed, these household items that are made out of worked metal. The metal itself is very black in color.
Yeah, nothing like, I don't know, a knife or a scissor or anything of that. Nothing dangerous probably in this section.
There are an assortment of small knives, but they are like small kitchen knives or like work knives. Picking up one of them will give you, it's not a dagger, it's a knife, so probably a 1d2.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Alright, what kind of knife are you looking for? Is it to work clothes, to whittle wood, to cut some onions?
To whittle wood, probably.
Okay, I think that this one
You know,
will
when
give
you're
you good.
out on your way.
This, there's a certain flex in this blade that I think will do you good. And a broad back where you can put your thumb and rest it. I do sell quite a few of these to the elves whenever they're...
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Wonderful woodworkers. Too bad their wares can't be sold here.
Certainly, but they do send some stuff here, right? for the military?
Well, Sigalis has a contract with the
Yeah.
Burgomaster. Well, forever it seems. She supplies bows and arrows and that kind of things.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, how much would that cost?
oh, let me see. Scratches his head a little bit as I look through my list of weapons. One second. Well, if a dagger costs 2 GP, then a knife would cost 1 GP.
Right.
Yeah.
Give him 1 GP.
Okay, perfect, lad. Anything else?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you know where the Vactor family lives?
The rather jovial smile and demeanor that was on his lips kind of drops, and he says, why would you wanna go and meet old Fiona?
Well, we heard a lot about her. We're interested.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a problem with that?
Being new in town, as I'm sure you are, let me give you a piece of advice. Lady Wachter is not so popular with the Baron, and there are guards stationed on this outside of her mansion. They will definitely take note of you, and that you are entering the mansion. This might revoke your welcome to the town, and perhaps do even worse things. I would hate to see you thrown into, well, the Reformation Center.
Well, I guess I at least want to look. Where is that? Where is she stationed?
Ah, you wanna walk past just now?
You know, I'm a little bit like that.
A architect enthusiast.
I'm just wondering what's going on. Sounds like interesting.
Well, there are many brave Barovians who might walk past to take a sneak peek and hope to see whatever foul things Lady Wachter is up to, as the Baron would call it, but no one ever does. It's just an exterior, lad. But if you had to, that is just up the northern road towards the lake. You can't miss it.
Thank you. And thank you for this.
Thank you for your business. And say hello to Vasilisa again.
Certainly will. And I'll leave again.
Alright.
And wait at the outside of the tavern for the ladies to finish their talking.
Alright. So, ladies in the tavern, what do you talk about? Do you talk about anything?
Right.
Or just small talk?
Yeah, Daphne will ask, if you do believe that he's alive, then do you have any clue about that yet?
So far, a vineyard. That's
I
It's
assume that you asked about it with Danica. How did that go?
well, it seems like they have some issues with the wild folk there, and that brought some creatures.
Alright. Can you be more specific about it?
She didn't say more specifics.
And By trouble with the white creature, what does that mean?
In these lands? Now I don't know.
Alright.
Could be wolves, could be bats, could be ravens, could be a
Where though?
golem at this point.
Like outside of town?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, then. Well, the last thing we hear about. Did you confirm that your mentor is the aforementioned wizard that led, well, charges against the, you know?
There's some dots, but now it's one detail that Danica told me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dwarf, which
Yeah.
actually confirms it could be him. But so far seems like the Barovia we heard of when I heard like when that spellcaster came by, and then hearing the Bastani stories, it could be him.
Well, if it could be him, then we might have. And if, like you said, he's quite, well, powerful on his own, yeah, there's a high chance that he's alive. And we should don't lose hope.
I never lose hope for that.
Right. Anything else you find out that you were to, well, you did not want to mention in front of Leo and Sol?
Oh no, that's all. But I've been thinking about also the offer you brought to me. I won't wanna call it an offer because it's no. But
Yeah, I know.
I'm genuinely curious on what is the thing he's hiding.
Uh-huh.
As
Well,
long as I don't have to teach him anything, I'm willing to do it.
he does. Well, I cannot say much about his appearance, but he does seem to know his way around magic. He doesn't seem to be like, what should I say? Wanting to meet you to teach him rather than having someone to like give different perspective. Well,
Perspective of a person born with magic. It's going to be a whole new world for him.
well, I don't know. I'm only intermediate level with magic, so maybe you will see different from me.
As long as I don't have to either show or teach him, I guess I can be fine.
I feel like it's only knowledge, so don't worry about it. Alright. If, well, that's just it, then maybe we should go after those guys before they burn down a whole town, or I don't know, something like that.
Do you think they will be able to burn a town?
Nah, just metaphorically speaking.
Even though Leo has a big mouth, yeah, we should go and check before he says something or just waste his more money. More gold.
Yeah. Well, I do have more trust in Leo right now. So I don't think he will do anything irresponsible. But yeah, we should go after them.
And Styrax will actually leave looking for Leo.
Yeah, we'll do that. Bexxy, are you muted?
Sounds like a muted Bexxy.
You leave the inn behind, and at the same time, you see Sol and Leo leave the blacksmiths just on the other side.
I'll nod. Finally done.
For now, yes.
All right. I know where we have to go.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Let's up the Northern Road here. And then we can look at the house. But you know, apparently you have to be a little bit careful. Everyone that goes into her house, you know, might end up in prison. So maybe we have to make
Leo,
sure with the guards that we have permission to go there.
yeah, well, remember what the Baron say?
But we have to make
Yeah,
sure to talk with the guards without
Yeah, of course.
her noticing it. So
Well, of course. That's what I meant. Alright, let's go.
we take the Northern Road.
All right.
Or maybe.
Yes. You together head up indeed the northern road together. Immediately the house starts to change a little bit to become smaller. There seems to be like more of a work class kind of area. What also starts to pop up as you go are different. There are some net makers. There are indeed some people selling fish. There seems to be a facility that salts fish for the winter and and dries it and smokes it, and you know it's very heavily towards fish is what I'm trying to say. But you carry on beyond that, and not very far where you have to walk, you come upon a large mansion that indeed what you actually see here is a few paces away from the gate of the mansion are two guards standing around at the side of the road taking note of who comes and goes, and then down the road on the other side, kind of mirrored, are two other guards doing the same thing. And then you got, not dressed in Valaki colors, are two rather rough looking, a man and a woman who leans against the actual gate of the mansion. And it becomes rather apparent that Wachter is somehow hiring her own defensive personnel, mercenaries, or her own guards, or just servants, who knows. But this is how it looks from the outside.
Ooh.
There you go.
Fancy looking.
Ooh!
A lot more colorful compared to the Baron mansion.
Well, because of the plant life.
Yeah. Sadly, though, there isn't an outside view that is animated of the mansion, so I had to find another source. But as you can see, the gate is over here,
Yeah.
and
we can
there's
make
like
a
a
tree.
man leaning on the other side of this stone pillar, and a woman on the other.
Yeah, as we be approaching and seeing this, I like say to the others, do we just wanna try to get in without talking to the guards? It might be a little bit suspicious to first talk to the guards and then wanting to get into the mansion.
We should talk to the, well, Valaki god first.
Well,
To
that's
inform them.
yeah, that's the thing. I think that's quite obvious, isn't it?
Yes. Well, and after that, regarding talking with the Vector, maybe just ask for an audition, as we can use the outsider card
I
as
know.
something.
I guess we should talk to the guard, to the Velaki guards. It's just a little bit
Yeah,
dangerous if, they see us talking with them. I think that could be talked down as well. I'll figure something out.
yeah, we can, just be like
I'll-
we just want to ask what's going on, why there are so many
Exactly.
guards. All right, you know more about talking than me.
Certainly. I do, certainly. Alright. And I'll approach like one of the guards. It's looking down the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Oh, the one loyal to Vargas.
Yes, the
Yeah.
normal guards.
Ah,
The normal one.
immediately the guard goes, move along, citizen. We are at
This-
duty.
Yeah, but there is something we have to tell you.
Uh-huh.
This whole, do you have a moment? Important from the Baron.
Igor, you keep an eye out. And this guard who continued, like, he gave you like a quick glance, but his eyes jumped back towards the mansion in the street and like took a note of like if anyone is approaching or something is happening. But now he's giving you his full attention once his body is surveying the situation.
Just so you know, we've been sent to investigate. So, we will enter the mansion, but we're not, no need to.
What are you talking about?
The Baron has sent us here to investigate the Vector family.
There's a little bit of a taken aback. Make me a persuasion check. With either presence or manipulation, your choice.
I think it's the same, so I'm gonna use, let me check.
Or a leadership. Or leadership.
Ooh, I'll use leadership. Because that is better. 18.
18. Oh. He's taken back a little bit, and then he nods slowly and says, "Oh, I see. Very well then. Of course, continue. But if
All right.
the Burgomaster says, of course."
Just behave normal, alright?
All right. We will take note of you and be critical of you walking up to the mansion.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the information. That's quite interesting.
I don't have time for you. Move along.
Alright.
Gives you a wink.
And he move along.
All right.
And then, I'll stay near the gate and look over a little bit interested. And after a few moments, I'll approach the people in front.
Right. The woman is the one who perks up. She was leaning against the stone with one leg prod up behind her, bent. Her other two hands in her pockets. They're not wearing any visible weapons. But there's a certain roughness to her that she probably can fight unarmed if she has to. And she kicks up from the stone pillar and kind of takes a half step in front of you and cocks her head to the side and says, "Whoa! I've never seen you before. What do you want?"
Yeah, we are actually new around here. I was wondering if we could maybe talk with the Wachter family. I've heard a lot interesting things.
You just can't waltz up to the Wachter family and just expect to get yourself an audience.
Oh, there's not to be anything done right now. I'm just wondering if there's a chance we can maybe meet up.
Okay, what's your name and what do you want to talk about? She kind of looks at you like you're a little bit lost or a fool.
Well, I'm not sure, Do we really want to talk about all this? Let's just say I'm interested.
Huh. Okay. Then what's your name?
Leonard. Or Leo for short.
Leonard of which family? I've never seen you around. How strange.
I'm from quite a far away. My
Oh, wait.
full name is Leonard Josel Kaywin. But that probably doesn't say anything to you.
She takes she looks you up and down and then looks at the party behind and her eyes opens a little bit wide. Oh, I see. Alright. Okay. Well, that could be of interest. I let her know.
Much
Looking back
appreciated.
to our two tieflings as well. Alright, that's nice, yeah. So how would we get notified?
Oh, we will find a way to notify you.
Right, we'll sleeping right now in the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, I figured.
Yeah.
But thank you for
Alright,
saying it out loud. Now, be careful.
always careful. Thank you. Bye-bye.
She kind of scoffs a little bit, goes back to her rather cocky lean against the stone.
Right.
Interesting.
I think we've done all we can here, so let's head back.
Yeah, let's do that.
Agree.
Okay.
Yeah, and after we move a little bit further away from here.
Mhm.
Alright, so that worked pretty well. I think.
But I feel like if there's, third party fault, that's always something that the people who's within a very secluded place want to know about or interact with. That's what I said.
Yeah. And I mean, we do have.
Helpful card.
We also have, two tieflings with us, so that might be a plus in the Vactus family side,
Yeah. Of course.
Interesting. Well, do we want to? I mean, Starix, we're interested about the orphan's wounds, right?
Yes.
If
yes,
we want to.
Actually, yes. Let's.
We can go to the
Yeah,
church.
we now do have permission to probe a little bit around and be like, we are official here, investigating.
But don't use it too much. Like I said.
Yeah, we don't want to say it out loud.
And
It
we don't
can-
want to take any side yet, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we're just using it to get someone to talk to us because they seem to not really like to talk to us. But yeah, if we can get everything done without it, certainly.
I'll suggest visiting the church first.
Yeah, Granny
Before we go
also,
to the
for some
orphanage.
reason, went there sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask about that.
I do want to, well, inquire about, or ask about our lovely granny.
Right, let's head there.
Cool. And as you can see at the map now, we have several locations to visit in the future. We got the barracks with Vargas Balakovic, Viktor Balakovic, and Isaac Strasny. You got the R6 stockyard with the traveling bard wagon. You got the square.
Yep.
We're not on the map, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we are in
we
the-
are not.
Fuck.
Here
I
we
messed
go.
up. Okay. Again. Let's do this again. Here you got the Reformation and the Burgomaster, the R6 stockyard, the square. Then you
Yep.
got this is the Dusklight
Inn.
shop, if you want to go back
Inn.
there, and the tailor. Then you got the inn with the bard and Danica and Irvin and Blue, it seems like. You got the Wachters house over there, and the blacksmith, and indeed the orphanage and the church over here. So are we visiting the church or the orphanage? The church.
Church first.
The
Definitely
church.
wants to check the first.
Okay.
Actually, it depends on the Starbucks. Will depend on in the middle of the road who says.
Oh. Okay. Well, he'll go back, walk down the road towards the west. It's about a 10-minute walk.
Yep.
And where there once was quite a few of orphans sitting around and begging here, there's way fewer right now. But that is probably because of the time of the day.
Yeah.
Closing in on 5 now.
Any orphans we can recognize?
No, I think your friend Fanya, who held that toddler in her hands, has gone in, but Tessa, who is hurt, is still here. The younger girl that Fanya pointed out.
How young does she seem?
Well,
In
Fanya
general.
seems to be like about 16, and Tessa seems to be more like a 13, 14.
Interesting.
When you saw her last.
As Tyrax will try to approach her.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
She looks up on you, and she says, thank you so much for the bandages. It helps to move around and feel more supported. Still feeling very tired, but that's probably because I haven't really been able to sleep. Do you want to adopt? There's like a huge
Aw.
light shining in her eyes of like hope.
Starbucks with that sad face. Sadly, no, I'm sorry. I'm pretty much checking on how you're feeling.
Oh. Okay, well, if you know anybody that wants, you know where to send them.
As soon as I know anyone, I'll tell them. But
Okay.
pretty much I'm just checking on your wounds.
It hasn't really been easy with all the injuries lately and night terrors, and then Granny Morganza not showing up and picking up a few of us like she usually does. I'm trying to hold it together.
Granny picked some of you up.
Yeah, she does.
You can see Daphne visibly like clenching her fist right now.
Deliver us a nice home around Barovia when she goes traveling. It's so nice.
Listen.
You not have seen Granny around then?
No, she came and after her stay of, selling up her stock of those good smelling pies, she takes a few of us on her way home. If she knows, of course, if anybody wants us.
And she did take some? She was here a few days ago, right?
No, I'm saying that she hasn't. She promised she would, but she left before. Apparently she left in a haste. I don't know. I hope nothing bad has happened to Granny. That would just be the icing on the cake, but then it'd be all cake. What did I say
In
that?
haste. Have you seen her leave, or have any of the other orphans seen her leave?
Word got around. She didn't go this way. Went back to the east, apparently.
The E.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if she left this way, would have seen.
Well, You.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Is it still hurt? Your wound?
Doesn't really hurt anymore because of the padding, but whew, I'm tired. Very tired. But it might be because of the lack of sleep. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound lazy. I'm a good girl.
Don't
Don't
worry.
be.
I'll
Don't,
give a head pat.
don't worry. You just need some rest.
Speaking of that, I think it's dinner now at the orphanage. Was there anything else, sirs, ladies? Or...
No. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm also glad that you're fine.
Please come around again. You were
Will-
quite a
will
hit.
do.
Okay, bye-bye. She stands up
Goodbye.
and runs away and goes up this small dirt path up to the orphanage.
You see Leo's hit his eyes a little bit for all of this.
Right. Please. Daphne, you see Daphne visibly let out a heavy sigh, then say, "Let's try to ask the church. Where the fuck is this Granny?"
Agree.
Alright,
I don't think I know anything, but you.
with purpose in your step and anger in your eyes, you turn towards the church on the other side of the road. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Torment.
Yay!
Woo.
Woo!